Hello and welcome to the 37th episode of Rambling Weekly. We're going to talk about karma. Good old karma. So, let's get to the bumper and then, we'll catch up on things and then go from there. Welcome back. The music selections for this episode are all from Triangle Strategy. Finally got the OST. Woohoo! The composer, Akira Senju. I am very much of the opinion that he should do the compositions for Dragon Quest moving forward. I like his music. Maybe not as much whimsy, I don't know. But, I mean, there's a few others that you could possibly pin in there, but I think he'd do a pretty good job with it. But would he want to do it? That is the question. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, the song is A Lord's Duty, and it's just a great game. Triangle Strategy is a fun game. Part of it's also because it is trying to balance between utility, morality, and what's that other one? Oh yeah, liberty. Those are the three. So you are pulled in those three separate directions. Do you go with utility? Do you go with morality? Do you go for liberty? And then there's a way to try to tie all three of them together, which I think is really neat. And I wish more games try to tackle that a little bit more deftly. You know, games, media, and stuff in general, instead of very either really on the nose, very juvenile approach and stuff like that. I think this one does a pretty good job with that. How's everybody doing? I've had guests past couple of weeks, so I kind of forget how to do this. Not quite, but I'm certainly waiting until the last minute to do it. Oops. I've unfortunately been stupidly busy with work and stuff, and I don't like it. Now, it isn't like typical, I've got the normal 8 to 5, day in and day out. As B. Clark has noticed it from streams and being a part of one of the recordings and everything like that, I seem to get hundreds of texts a day about work stuff, and it is from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning till about 10:30 at night. I'm not appreciative of it. It drives me up the wall. I am not too keen on it. So yeah, that's something that's been, I guess, stuck in my craw, bugging me. Other than that, I've been playing lots of Caves of Qud, streaming it, and also not when streaming it, I've been playing a bit of it here and there. I just really like that game. Such a good, fun, maybe not so fun game. Getting through the story. I've got about 20 pages I need to type out. I got a handful of chapters left, probably about 3 or 4 chapters left, but I've also got to type out 20 pages before I can get to those chapters. I got a new slime. I got a hero slime, which is super fantastic. It is a little bit bigger than what I was expecting, but I'm okay with that. It's fantastic. Can't go wrong with it. Also got, along with the Triangle Strategy soundtrack, I got the Triangle Strategy. Really hate that name. Such a dumb name. Everything else is fantastic about the game, but that name is so too on the point of the nose. Just too much. I got the art book for it because I like the artwork. Good game. Good artwork. All sorts of stuff. I don't know. Is there much else? Gearing up for Halloween, so getting all the spooky stuff. I mean, that's really about it. Even though I'm waiting the last minute to do this, I've just been doing a lot of work. And then when not doing that, streaming here and there and writing when I can. And that's the thing that gets me about the whole work thing too, is that it's like, there is a point of which I've made a verbal agreement on, and they wish to push well beyond that. And that is not appreciated, and it actually really upsets me. So I guess I get that off my chest. I guess there's probably a lot of other people that feel that way, so we can commiserate together on how annoying that is. No, but other than that, been keeping up with stuff, keeping up with the podcast with Sushi for the 00 status, Spawn stuff, and the streamings when I've I think I tonight and yesterday I didn't stream, so I'm gonna aim to stream tomorrow night. So we'll go from there. Woo. What else? Anything else exciting going on? Not really. like trying to look around the room, see if there's anything that ping to be like, hey, I kind of forget that I have a capture device. So it's like, I have this capture device. I need to capture things with it. But I keep on forgetting that I have it. I've unfortunately gotten to the point where it's like my desk is a little bit too cluttered. Oh, I guess that's the other exciting thing is I got wheat tea, mugicha barley tea. It's fantastic. I love it. It's delicious stuff. It's caffeine free as well, so yay. It's one of the ones that they serve or at least have pictures of and stuff there in Skia or different gyudon places and stuff. I don't know. There's something about the taste that I really like. If you don't like oolong tea, this is a nice branch from it, I feel like. But yeah, I think that's really about it. Like I said, I've been stupidly busy with work stuff. So that's really about it. Yay. Oh boy. So topic. I'm going to talk about karma and just some thoughts I have on it, trying to parse it out and whatnot. So we'll have a break and then be back. That tune there is Resolute Heart. Very just title fits the bill for it. I really dig it. And like I said before, play the game. I mean, I say that, but I don't know. It puts you into some choices. Like, what do you do? Because you're stuck between 3 different powers, so you have to do a strong balancing act to make sure you're not swallowed whole by either any of the 3. Dun, 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 dun. So, topic. Karma. And, with the title, one good turn deserves another. For a very long time, I was of the mindset that that's where it goes, You do the good thing because the good thing will come back. And I know some people will say that sort of thing, or they'll be embittered to where it's like, why do the good thing because it's never going to... it's never gonna come back. And myself, it's hard to, or maybe it's just unfair to be like, well, you don't really know what the good thing is. Where it's like, well, if you pay the person behind you's coffee kind of thing, it will come back for you, and somebody will take care of you when you forget your wallet or something like that. That's, I think, probably the most generic, basic, boiled down idea that we get for karma. And frankly, I think karma is a big lie. I think it's the thing that snookers people, ensnares them into trying to do a good thing, but really, it's 2 things. One is, are you really doing a good thing when you have it in your heart or in your mindset that in doing this good thing, I will be rewarded for it sometime down the road? I don't like that. I think because, of course there's the steps to get to it, but I think that you see this with some people who can be very outwardly righteous, we'll say. Not everybody and whatnot, but very outwardly righteous, where it's like, well, I do the good thing, but the good thing is just, they seek to do the good thing less because it's a good thing to do and more because it's just, well, this was I'm much more in the line of the Futurama idea of, well, I shouldn't say that, because there's the, for a while I was in that line of, when you've done the right thing, nobody will know you've done anything at all. Kinda, I like that, but in the same hand, it's also in the sense that you're doing that, but you're not trumpeting it, so it's not like, hey, I done the good thing today, because I think that's that braggart aspect of doing said thing, and then when you're trumpeting your own intentions to be like, hey, I've done the good thing, it's not really a good thing either. Because then it's like, well, like, why are you saying this? Are you saying this because you're trying to... I get that there's the inclination of maybe needling somebody to be like, hey, I'm doing a good thing. What good thing are you doing? Random person who is totally not in front of me, but I'm going to pretend you're in front of me. I guess my thing when it comes down to it, me personally, my mindset is that you do the good thing regardless of... You don't think of it as, oh, well, I'm getting the karma. Or there's that tinge of agitation of, this is annoying. This is gonna put me back. This is going to really not be fun. Then you're not really even... Is it really a good thing if you have associated doing a good thing with negative feelings? Like, you begrudgingly do good things. Like, that's the most curmudgeon thing possible. Very tsundere, very, very heart of stone, but core of jelly kind of thing. And I don't think that's right about it either. And then going back to the whole karma thing of, doing the good thing. And you see it a lot, I think, as people get older that may have not necessarily been lock and step believe in it, but may have had that in their minds or their heart that I will do this good thing because good things then will come back in return. It's almost like, it's easier to catch flies with honey than it is vinegar. The good thing will catch all the bad stuff out, and then you'll get the good stuff to come your way, like a dreamweaver. And when that doesn't happen, like, how long does it take before doing the good thing just kind of kicks you in the teeth, or maybe you just don't get anything for it? You get the road to hell is paved with good intentions as my AC kicks on for no reason. It's not that hot. Time out. Gracious, I can't do anything right. Time in. But where was I going? Just, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I think that's the answer to the karma question, the karma idea of, well, if I do the good thing will come back. Well, eventually, if you keep trying to do the good thing, it's sort of stacks and layers. You get the onion effect of how many good things do you peel back before it starts to sour your disposition. And then what do you do then? It's kind of similar to the Conan the Barbarian thing in the movie, where it's like success is just as... I'm paraphrasing this because I never remember the lines to anything because my brain just doesn't work like that very well unless I write stuff down, which I don't, hence the Rambling Weekly. But like, success is just as a competent opponent as the toughest enemy that you fight, kind of thing, because it tries your mettle in ways that you don't quite get to exercise out. And similarly, I think that happens when people do a good thing but then do not have that investment. There's not a return on that investment. And so, because it's very easy to see the negative in things, and so it's like, oh, okay, fine, not gonna do it. Shut myself off. Ploop, 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 ploop. Nobody's getting in. I'm by myself. The end. I don't know. Is that a helicopter? Or a plane? What is going on? What? No, it's somebody's car. Of course it is. But there's always that point at which you hit a sticking point. Sure, you can make the choice to do good things. And... how far do you go in making that good thing go? Or, more importantly, how much weight do you put behind that thought of doing the good thing, right? Like, does it eventually become second nature where you just do the thing and you're not even thinking about it? You just kind of like, go, 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 go. Like, I know, I certainly failed at doing that today. I was in a very grouchy mood. I don't know if it was just male PMS or what. But I was just all sorts of mad. Just mad, angry, just ugh. Today was not a very great day for it. And it's just like, well, when somebody asks for your help or something, you can be a bit curt and be like, nah, I'm good. I don't know what to do for you. Or, trying to be patient with other people. It's a little harder to do when you're in the red, we'll say, in the anger moment. It's just like, why? Why? But then when you try to do a good thing, or do you even have the thought to do a good thing? Or are you just like, nope. That's pretty much where I was at today. Mentally, it was just like, nope. I've drawn the line. Not happening. Not completely disregard blinders to where it's like, nope, ignoring everything. It's when you get to that point of thanklessness and you're just like, okay, all right. Similarly, it's like how I felt with the whole translation thing, where it's like, it's a very thankless endeavor, and I'm not too keen on that after at certain points. Maybe it's just because I'm grouchy right now, but it's a very rage-inducing thing at times to be like, wow, really that hard to say thank you? Really that hard to be grateful on something? Or at least exhibit it, demonstrate it to some degree? No? Okay, I guess we're just gonna... that's where my mind goes. That's where my mind's been today. It's just like... just like that. because then you know, how do you know, you don't want the falling down. You don't want to be that guy. It's more of just like, all right, you know, how do you catch yourself when you fall at that point? Because certainly you could, an easy layup for a karmic investment returning can help bounce it back up. But I always wonder as well, you know, how quickly that can kind of just bounce badly and then just stacks that way, where even you get to the point where it's like, okay, you do a good thing, bad thing kind of ends up happening. Do good thing, bad news, good thing, bad, to the point where you finally do get some little thing, but it's the most minor little pick me up, and you're like, oh gee, thanks, great, that's wonderful, I'm so ecstatic now. Like, I always wonder how people deal with that sort of thing. Do some people, are there people who are just like, no, karma's not a thing, you know, whatever. I've tried to be better in thinking in the very Cowboy Bebop sense of easy come, easy go. And I think that's a good way to treat things, whether they're less about money and stuff, but more of just when it comes to trying to do that karmic investment or being like, doing the good thing. I think when you do a good thing, it's less about getting the good thing paid back to you and more about paying that good deed forward to somebody else. I think that's much more of an important thing than bouncing it back. Because if like, sure, maybe there are times where to do that bounce back would be a good thing, because it's like, you can understand, you know, if you have person A and person B, and person A is kind of the initiator of doing the karmic good, and person B may be the beneficiary sometimes, or something like that. Maybe at some point person B can see person A is really on the down, so the person B is like, hey, I gotcha, boom, don't think of it. That would be, I guess, a good bounce back for it. But I think passing that on, say person A does something good for person B does something good for person R or something. I think that is a much, and I could totally be wrong, but I think that's a better way to go about it. Maybe it is not. Maybe it is better to just kind of ping pong back between one another. I don't know. Treat it like a social link in an RPG. Where you just do the thing between each other, and it's all, you know, super deep social link, level 5. I don't know. I myself kind of go in the opposite direction, where it's like, you know, it's not necessarily that it's downstream, but it's just on another part of the web, a socially connected web that we all are ensnared and entangled in. And maybe that the reverberations will come back to you at some point, but you shouldn't expect it, sort of thing. I don't know. I think it can be a bit more difficult as things have gone on, maybe because there's more introspective, maybe it's more navel gazing. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off on this and I'm just an old curmudgeon who doesn't know any better. But yeah, that's, I guess, really, I mean, I could keep blathering in circles on it, but I do not invest in karma. And that's more in line with stepping to, you know, if you do the right thing, it'll be like nobody will notice at all. And you're doing the right thing to do the right thing, as opposed to doing the right thing because it's almost like what you choose to do by yourself is how you know what kind of person you are. Sure, yeah, you have the obligations, either like a societal obligation, a social obligation, a familial I've lost the word. Oh my goodness. Wow. Obligation. There we go. And you know, I have all these different sorts of pulls and obligations to do, but yeah, it's what you choose to do in the vacuum of observation, or at least in disregard of observation. Those are the ways that you kind of identify yourself as who you are as a person, because it's not even with the person you're interacting with. It's yeah, you don't, I mean, that's hard to think about, I guess, in that regard, but it's, yeah, you just, you know, disregard any sort of pity or what have you. It's more of just, no, I'm just doing the thing. don't take it any other way, just doing the thing. The end. And that's what I got. I'm tired. I'm super sleepy. I'm going to really regret if I keep on rambling on, because that means more work on the back end of having to edit this and all my hemming and hawing and all that sort of stuff. Oh no. But I guess I just want to get that off my chest about doing the karmic thing because that's I'm very antithetical. I don't know about antithetical. I'm very against that line of thinking because I don't think it is a good way to go about things, especially if you think if you're one of those people that the only luck you have is bad luck. It might really embitter you or anger you or all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm done. The end. at least until after the break. Hello everyone, welcome back. That song there is The Tune of Dilemma, and I get heavy Final Fantasy Tactic vibes from it. I mean, it's pretty... it's pretty apparent. It's really, really on the nose, but I like it. And, yes, the end. I like it. So, I've been on a big Alan Watts kick lately, so I'm going to borrow a couple quotes from Alan Watts. One bit lengthier, we'll do it first, and then the other one is a lot shorter, and I want to dive into that a little bit more. First one is, advice? I don't have advice. Stop aspiring and start writing. If you're writing, you're a writer. Write like you're a god death row inmate and the governor's out of the country and there's no chance for a pardon. Write like you're clinging to the edge of a cliff, white knuckles on your last breath, and you've got just one last thing to say, like you're a bird flying over us and you can see everything. And please, for God's sake, tell us something that will save us from ourselves. Take a deep breath and tell us your deepest, darkest secret so we can wipe our brow and know we're not alone. Write like you have a message from the king. Or don't, who knows, maybe you're one of the lucky ones who doesn't have to. Maybe I'm just saying it so I can hear it when I'm editing it. But, and I think that sort of advice can be used for other things as well, especially when it comes to art and stuff like that. This kind of can pin back to dreams and whatnot. It's like, you got the dream, go for it. Stop dwelling on what could be, and just do it. Just do the thing. Get feet on the pavement, start walking. So the other quote is a lot shorter, and that is, muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. And this is how I am. I have been told before by people from all different times of my life that I somehow give them good advice. Spoiler alert, I don't remember what I say. Which is really bad when somebody comes back into your life years later and they're like, man, thank you for that talk. It helped really kind of pave a good way for me, and I appreciate it. And I'm just like, sure, I got nothing. I don't remember this at all, but glad I could help. I bring that up more so because I am very much in the mind that when something goes down, and this is not the greatest thing, but when something goes down for somebody else, say somebody has somebody passes, or something just very, very unfortunate happens, I've got nothing for you. I am such a poor, generic, man, that sucks. I've got nothing. I don't know. Maybe it's just because that's how I also cope when I hear anything like that, where it's just like, okay, that is unfortunate. That is life. And we all die at some point. Probably not on the good list of things to say to somebody when something like that happens. So instead of putting my foot in my mouth like I do all the time, I like to try to go that route of just kind of steering clear, just leaving it be. Let the muddy waters, let the deposits of the muddiness, the dirt in the water just kind of sift to the bottom and bury your emotions. Not necessarily that, but just sometimes you just need that so you can reflect. clearer waters present better reflections. No, I tried. Sometimes that's just, I don't know. That's just my approach. And because, yeah, I am terrible at trying to be like, yeah, it's really not me. I am not a very good, how to put it, not a very good sound box. And sometimes, and maybe that works out well, is that it's just that I you don't need sound or anything. You can just kind of ramble and stuff, and I just go, okay, yeah. That is it for me today. And the song that we're going to be whisking ourselves away on is Combat Decisive Battle. Good tune, hearty tune, good fight. And that's what I got. It's very tired, and I hope I can get it done before I go to bed, because I don't want to be late. It would be really bad. It would be bad and just not good, which is also what bad means. To go back to back with guests and then all of a sudden be like, I'm late. I'm getting another one of these out. So yes, I will persevere. I will fight the good fight and get this out. And it's a short one, so it's not eons upon hours upon ever. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a good week, all that sort of fun stuff. Let me know what you think of karma and the quotes when you can. That's it. See you later. Take it easy.